Annyeonghaseyo, and welcome to another video for our channel, Little Family in Korea. Today's topics are going to be first the immigration process in Korea to become a registered alien, getting on the bus. Also, we're going to talk about the fact that I've taken on an extra role at the school, and then we're also, if we have time, going to cover one other topic. So first things first, immigration. So in order to get anything with a credit card and have it delivered here, in order to get a cell phone, internet in your home, basically anything that you want to buy that you can't get with cash, you have to have something called an ARC card or Alien Registration Card. And you have to get that by going down to an immigration center, applying. You have to take a physical before you do that, basically, that says that you're healthy enough to work in the job that you're taking on, and that you don't have any drugs in your system or any terminal diseases or communicable diseases as well. So we finally started that process about 2.5 weeks ago. I went down and got my health check. They basically confirmed what I kind of already knew, that I'm healthy, that I don't take drugs, and I don't have any diseases that they need to worry about. So they went ahead and gave me the results, and then we took those down to the immigration office and submitted them so that I could get the card. Now, when we went in, we tried to have the kids and my wife go with me so that they could possibly go ahead and change their visa right at that time. But we found out from the young lady who was helping us that they no longer do families altogether. Basically, the person working has to do their visa or ARC card first, and then once they've done that, then you have to make another appointment about a week later so that they can get approval for your card first before you can go in and get the families done. And you have to make an appointment. You used to just be able to walk in and get served pretty quick, but now if you walk in, you're looking at about a 2 to 3 hour wait before they'll even talk to you. If you make an appointment, you go in, it's literally like a 20 to 30 minute wait max. Usually it's less than that. And then you have your appointment and you do whatever you need to get done. But after we did the whole process, they told me it would take 3 weeks to get the card. And I was a little bit concerned because we didn't have internet. Now, thankfully, the school that I'm working for is really good. And they actually called and got internet installed in the school's name in our apartment. And so all I have to do is basically pay them a fee every month so that I can have the internet, and it's basically the same charge that the internet company is charging. From what I understand, not too many schools are actually doing that out there. So I'm really thankful to the people that, are running my school, that they're taking good care of us. But long story short, last weekend on Friday, I got my card surprisingly fast. So we have the ARC card. And we're going to probably try to go shopping either this coming weekend or next weekend for a TV possibly. And I'm going to try to pay with a credit card. I'm also going to try to get a bank account sometime this week here in Korea so that I can have my pay deposited directly into the account. And then from those accounts, I should be able to transfer money back and forth between those and my US accounts, which would be nice. But basically, now that I have that card, we took the kids and my wife down, and they applied for theirs, and theirs are supposed to come within 3 weeks as well. But obviously, 3 weeks here means that that's the maximum they can take. The minimum can be anywhere in between. It just depends on how quickly the office can get them sorted out. So I'll keep an eye out for them, and we'll see what happens. But we are now officially registered aliens in Korea, so if for any reason we get stopped or whatever, we don't necessarily have to carry our passports anymore. We can carry those cards, and those cards will kind of tell them that, hey, they're here legally, you don't have to worry about it. Not to say that anyone's really stopped us for that. I think most of the time the police and the security people out here have other things that they're taking care of. They're not worried about foreigners. So anyway, now that we're through that subject, the next subject I want to talk about is the fact that I am actually coaching or assistant coaching our soccer team for the school. Our athletic director came and talked to me about it and asked me if I would take it on because the other guy that was going to take it on apparently had to take on another class. So since he's teaching that extra class, he wasn't available, and he asked if I was willing to do it, and I told him that I would definitely be willing to do it. It's been fun. I get to go out, help the guys warm up, help out with the drills, and then usually we have a short scrimmage at the end where either me or the main coach will play ref or line judge, or sometimes we even like fill in different positions to show the kids how to execute specific things. So it's really fun. And then this past weekend we actually had our first game, and we got to play against another school, and the kids did really well. We ended up winning the game 3-2. It was a pretty one-sided game in the first half, but the other team kind of came on toward the middle of the second half. They started to tire, I think, on our side, and then the other guys had waited to put in their subs, so they were able to sub in some fresh guys, and our guys were having a little trouble keeping up with them, but they persevered and they won the game, so it was definitely fun. First time that I've actually coached a team at this age. I've coached lower, but never high school before, so it was really fun. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm now the only assistant coach for the soccer team, and there's a high likelihood that maybe next semester I may be the assistant coach for the baseball team too, which I'm kind of excited about because that was my main sport in high school and college. So hopefully that will end up working out. We'll have to see how it goes and see what happens, but it's looking more and more like I will probably be assistant coaching for the baseball team next semester. The other topic that I wanted to talk about is the bus here. I talked about the subway already and how, that was not as bad as we thought it was going to be. The buses were everything that we were told and then some. Literally, if you're the last person getting on the bus at that stop, as soon as your foot hits the top of the steps, the bus driver guns it. So you either have to hold on really tight or you make sure you're not the last person on the bus. I've been on buses a couple times where older people are getting on, and when they get to the top of the step and he hits that gas, they've nearly fallen to the floor. Usually they are able to catch themselves, but they do have quite a look to give the driver, and I've heard a couple of them mumbling some things under their breath, which I'm going to imagine are probably not very kind toward the driver. So if you do decide to come here and you want to travel solely by public transportation, just be warned that when you get on the bus, you have got to get to where you're going to sit or stand quickly and hold on, because the bus drivers have their schedule to keep, and they are going to go as soon as the last person is at the top of that step and paid their money for the stuff. If you're not at the top of the step, really fast, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't take off even before you hit there. But most of the people here know that you pay, and that guy's hitting the gas. He's going. He's got to be on time. He can't be late. So, buses are what they are, I guess. If you can, I would suggest sticking solely to the subway, because it seems like the subway is a little bit safer than the bus is. The other topic that I did want to talk about, I think I may hold off on that one, just because I don't want to run this over 10 or 12 minutes, and that topic's going to take a little longer, so I'll fill it in with some other things instead. So we started trying to make pancakes here, and I will say that pancakes here are a lot different than they are in the States. They're a little bit thicker. I think it's a different makeup for the batter. I tried one today that had pine nuts in it, and it was actually pretty good. It wasn't, what we're used to, but it was still really delicious. So that was another food item that, we were curious about. So you can make pancakes here. They do not taste like they do in the States, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're bad. It just means they're different. Like I said, the pine nut ones were actually really good. We found bacon here, surprisingly. When we first came into this area, we didn't see it, and then all of a sudden I went to the store one afternoon, and there it was, 5 different types of bacon, actual real bacon slices, and we took those home and started grilling those up. I had heard from a lot of people that finding actual bacon was kind of difficult here, because most people here tend to like the Spam, which I'm not a huge fan of, but we did find bacon, and it was really, really good. And then just a couple other side notes, we've started trying to explore the neighborhood a little more, and we're finding that there's quite a few restaurants out here, and some of them are really inexpensive, and they give you a ton of food. So You know, that's been pretty awesome too. The coffee here, I don't know, it's like everywhere we go that isn't Starbucks, the coffee is just so much better than what we have in the States. And I think a lot of that is just because they really take the coffee seriously here. It's like an art form to them. And, you know, if you make a bad cup of coffee, you're probably not going to stay in a cafe for too long, just simply because, you know, people expect a certain level here. I mean, even to some of the places that we've been, the coffee is like really, really good. It tastes almost like somebody, you know, melted the beans into the cup, put the, you know, froth in there just right and everything. And, you know, I'm thinking this is a great cup of coffee, and here comes somebody else saying, no, this isn't that great. It's okay. And I'm like, you don't know what it's like to have bad coffee until you've had, you know, a Starbucks coffee that somebody literally just chucked into a cup and gave to you. Now, there are some Starbucks and some other mom and pop coffee shops in the US that do a really good job and somewhat close to what's going on here, but majority of the Starbucks and the bigger, you know, chain coffee stores out there, not even close. Um, the internet here, speed wise, we do have it in our house now. It is a lot faster. I will say that. If you're downloading like a movie or something, it's extremely fast. Unless you're really looking at it, you probably wouldn't notice how much faster, simply because you can get this speed, I think, over there, but it will cost you a lot of money. The difference, I think, is that here the speed is so much cheaper than over there. I mean, you literally have to pay hundreds of dollars to get the speeds here that you get for like 15 or 20. So the internet is definitely better. As a matter of fact, when I upload this video, the last time I tried to upload it through mobile, it took about an hour. I'm expecting this will take roughly maybe 5 or 10 minutes at most. So that just gives you an idea of how fast the internet is once you get it in your home. I think that's it for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Again, please feel free to subscribe or hit like or leave a comment. I try to answer the comments as quickly as I possibly can. If you email me, I will definitely respond to it. Thank you to all of our followers and subscribers, and hope you all are doing well, and we'll see you next time. 안녕하세요.